Hi. Today I am going on a little adventure. I'm going to Dandelion Fiber Co. here in Minneapolis, Minnesota, to grab some yarn for some winter knitting plans that I have. I've got a few ideas of what I want to get while I'm there, but like every time I end up going yarn shopping, I end up buying things that I didn't plan to buy. Um, this is definitely most of the stuff has been brewing in my mind over the past few weeks, so I feel pretty sure about a few of them, but a little bit, I don't know, like, should I buy this? Some of the yarn that I want to purchase is maybe a little expensive, so I might wait on a few things. My name's Emily, and yeah, like I said, I'm located in Minneapolis. It's very much in the winter season right now, so I'm excited to show you all the fun little things I'm about to make over the next few months. For my winter knitting plans, I'm going to go into a little bit more of them in a separate video, but for today, the things that I'm thinking about purchasing, number one, I want to buy the yarn for my Froya sweater that I've been craving a beautiful chunky knit. I definitely want to make something that's um sorry, my cat Elena is down here. She's curious what's going on. I really want to make the Froya sweater, which is a lovely fisherman knit sweater. I want to make it in a cream color. I'm thinking heavy merino by Knitting for Olive. I also want to knit more socks. Honestly, I've been really obsessed with sock making. I've been making more patterns, but I want to go back into vanilla sock making. Now that I've done a few patterns, I feel like I have a good idea of what I like and want to incorporate some new things into my patterns. I also want to knit a bala bonnet. I really want it in a beautiful red color, but I can't find the yarn that I've been looking at here in Minneapolis. I think also the yarn that they suggest for the pattern isn't really available here. So I'm definitely craving this like bright red bonnet. And unless I can find the yarn that I'm looking for, I'm not going to get it. I also want to make the Berlin scarf, which I feel like I feel like I've seen everywhere. I want to make it in kind of a beige gray, but I'm not quite sure again if they have the kind of yarn that I'm looking for. I think they have some things that I might hit that mark, but I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to hold off until I find the right yarn. I also know that I'm just gonna end up going there and find stuff that fun local yarn or just other things, and I'm like, what can I make with this? And maybe in the moment have a whole new idea of what my winter knitting plans will end up being. I feel like this happens to me every winter where I have ideas that I think I'm going to stick to, and then I end up not sticking to them. So I I hopefully that this video will keep me a little bit more honest about my knitting plans and less of a dilly-dallyer. But yeah, with that being said, let's go buy some yarn. I have fur all over my face. Oh.
You're uh, you're gonna get shit all over your shirt.
Do I?
You're going to.
Like already? That's not fair.
Did you dip? My boys.
Thanks for coming on a little adventure with me today. Always love going to Dandelion. I feel like that's become my go-to shop for yarn, and just went to Little Bird for the first time, and everything was so delicious and definitely one of the best meals I've had in a minute. But yeah, on to yarn. Kind of a left turn. Got some things I didn't expect. Got some things I expected to get, but definitely a mixed bag. Let's get into it. Here we go. So, first thing, I got half of the yarn I need for the Freya sweater. Dandelion's waiting on a shipment of yarn coming from Europe or somewhere. And so they only had the Knitting for Olive soft silk mohair and cream, enough from the sweater. So I'm waiting on the rest of the yarn for it. So hopefully the next few weeks I'll be able to get that. And yeah, I honestly maybe for the best, because it'll bring me back into the shop and it'll help me maybe prioritize some other knitting things I should be doing instead of getting onto another sweater so soon. But I already have like a few other things I could be knitting. But yeah, nonetheless, I have half the yarn and it will be happening sometime this winter, hopefully. The rest of the stuff I purchased did not expect to get. I really leaned into some of the red colors I was talking about. I really want some red accessories. So I bought Sanduskarm Sunday, which I thought might be a nice thing to play with, maybe for socks, etc. I really want to start making more of my own sock patterns, and I used to make a little bit more when I first started knitting socks. I just did like the vanilla sock thing, and now that I've knitted a few patterns, I have some ideas about what I like and what I don't like, and want to incorporate that into my own sock. And I just feel like a red sock in the winter. Oh, that's so good. I need that. So I'm gonna make it. And then the other red thing I purchased was Wool and the Gang's Crazy Sexy wool. This is 100% wool. This comes in 200 grams, and I feel like it was pretty good. I'm thinking maybe the Bala Bonnet, but also, who's to say, maybe I'll find inspiration for something else. I do feel like maybe this is a little too chunky, so we'll see. I don't want it to be stiff around my head, and I also worry maybe the wool is it is kind of soft, so I feel like I'm a little bit more sensitive to wool around my face, but around my body it's fine. Yeah, I love the color. It's gorgeous. Hopefully it's coming up on camera. We'll see. And then the other two, the other two skeins I got both by Lucky Tweed, a brand I've never knit with before. I do love a tweed, and this was something my partner picked out. He was like, this color, can you do something with this? And I was like, you know what? Yeah, these are great. I feel like he was saying like a sweater with like a pocket that's like a bold pocket, or like some socks with like accenting details. I feel like that would be really cool. So I just want to play with the yarn and see what comes of it, and I think that's kind of what I'm looking for right now, is like a little bit more experimenting and just having fun and playing with some ideas. Yeah, I don't really know. I haven't used tweed in a long time, but I feel like I used to only knit with tweed, so it is kind of fun going back to my roots. And then lastly, this is a item I actually was planning on talking about because I was hoping to get something while I was there, which is ways to organize my knitting projects, because right now they're just loosey-goosey all over the place, and I am very much a type B knitter. I feel like because I work so much, I work 40 plus hours a week, and tend to just pick up my projects and then set them down. my system doesn't really help me stay organized. So I feel like what I need is like bags. My cat's down here. I'm just scared. Are you okay? So I got some bagoos. I just got one bagoo just to see if I like it. I feel like this is what everybody's using right now. And I think this is a good size to just kind of block your project in. Yeah, we'll see. I kind of want a bagoo maybe with some zips, or like a bag with a zip or a drawstring, just because I feel like things might come out of here. But at the same time, this also could be the system that works best. Who's to say? I do like having my bins. Like I like having my hay crates to kind of organize stuff in, and I feel like that's useful too. But I feel like things fall through the cracks on the bottom of the hay crates, which that's how I lose knitting needles. So we'll see if this works. But that's all. I feel like I got enough stuff to kind of work on a few projects and see where that goes. And then when the rest of my yarn shows up, I'll have to hold myself back again and not buy more. But yeah, thanks for coming on this little journey with me. I hope you got excited about some yarn with me. And if you like this video, like it. If you want to subscribe, please do. I hope to be making more of these and sharing my yarn, knitting, and crafting journey with you. Yeah, I'm off to a birthday party, so I gotta go.